What up, AG?
What's
What's
up,
up, Hoop
Krill?
Dreams fans? Man, listen, there's so much to talk about today. I mean, we got USA basketball news with Caitlin Clark. We got did she get snubbed or not? Who knows? Who knows? But we gonna find out today. We got the NBA Finals Game 3. Man, who's gonna show up and who isn't gonna show up?
Right?
But first, but first, before we get started, we gotta talk about the LA Lakers and how they lost out on a big opportunity to get one of college basketball's greatest coaches. All that and more today on the AG and Gates Hoop Dreams podcast. Coming at you right now. I'm Will Gates, and that's my dog.
Arthur Agee in the building. Let's get it.
AG, man, we got to start here with the Lakers, man. I'm not even sure what's going on with LA right now. Let's break it down a little bit. You got LeBron is on to be on his fourth coach. And then the guy that publicly the Lakers have been pursuing, and they're going to get this guy, and they're going to make him an offer that he cannot refuse, but he
Mm-hmm.
refused it.
Mm-hmm.
what is this saying more about Hurley just wanting to stay in collegiate basketball and go for a three-peat, or is this really something more about the Lakers? What's your take?
Man, 70 million for 6 years, a turn down. It's something that he he wasn't it wasn't lining up with what he probably, was going in thinking, well, I'm if I do take it, I would want this, that. And I don't think something lined up. I mean, you think how if he go back and he actually win a three-peat, is that bigger than coaching that, the loss a storied franchise, uh, all-star Hall of Fame players on the team, that whole camaraderie. Would would he have been the 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 lone voice saying that I am in charge. I get to move how I want to move. I think, and I don't know if LeBron them was gonna be able to be feeling that. So I think he was like, shit, that's a nice offer, but I'm gonna go on back here to UConn and try for this three-peat. I think y'all, I mean, they fire coaches every year, so shit, it'll still be there if they just think. Hey, if he go back and win, Will, shit, he might up that 70 to 80.
And see, that's my take on it right now. I got two takes on this. One, I think the Lakers lowballed him. You can't tell me that you are coming out with the best offer you can make, and this is your number one guy, and we need him, and we're thinking beyond LeBron James. We're thinking about the future of the franchise, and you offer this dude only $70 million. I got two takes on this.
Mm-hmm.
Again, one is the fact that I think the Lakers lowballed this dude. You can't come out and say that he's the best coach in college basketball, that we're gonna put everything we got into making this happen, and then you make him top six highest paid coach in the NBA. If this is your dude, if you telling me you're in it for the long haul, and then there were reports that on top of that, his control, his authority, they wanted to pick his staff. How you gonna tell a coach, you want me to build this thing, but you want to control it? Then you don't need me as a
Yeah.
coach. Now, my
Yep.
other take on it is I simply think this too, man. I think um, the Lakers yet being a story franchise, that's more historical than anything right now. Because the Lakers are kind of like uh, the Cowboys. You're there in name, but I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if you're there in action. Like you haven't proven that you're this story franchise, that you're winning year in and year out, and that this job is so coveted that I'm willing to take anything you throw at me. You can't throw me a bone and be like, well, here you go. You should be happy that you got the purple and gold on. No, no.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Lakers ruined an opportunity to begin to change um, the future of their franchise right now, man. That's just my take on it. So Hurley's gone, and the question is, where do you go from here?
Hey, it's funny. I just learned of that from you when you said that they wanted to pick his staff. Like, that's crazy. Like, what if he went in and was like, "Yo, I already, if we to do this, this is who I want to bring in on my staff." Oh no, wait a minute. We want to pick your staff. We want to put Phil Handy with you. You know what I'm saying? Phil, I love Phil Handy. I love him. But
Yeah,
damn,
but if he don't love him, what he gonna do
right?
with Phil Handy? He probably got his own Phil Handy, and then AG, I think about it from this perspective too, man. Hurley is like our age, and he's in his 50s. And my
Yep.
thing is, he's from the East Coast. His mom is
Mm-hmm.
there, his dad is there, his wife family is there. So
Yeah.
if you're gonna ask me to uproot, and here's the thing too, this dude here, man, he has become legendary at Connecticut. Like I didn't think that Connecticut would ever get another legendary coach. He has
Yeah.
become legendary at Connecticut. And if you're gonna ask him to uproot and literally transport his family from the
The
East
whole
Coast,
foundation.
the whole foundation of everything, and go out there and all you want to give him is 70 million over 6 years. First of all, in taxes alone, he ain't gonna see none of that money.
In
California too
LA.
expensive. Right.
Shit.
They I just think
Man.
they didn't do the best job to make this thing appetizing for him, man. And so as much as they were saying they were hungry to get this guy, man, they didn't bring out the full course meal, man. They left the steak money
Mm-hmm.
up there with
All,
Jenny. She still got the
hey,
money,
all
man.
all they probably did was just send a private jet for him and shit. That's it.
And here's the thing: did he really need that? He could fly first class anytime he want to. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised when he went back to Connecticut. Connecticut sent their private plane.
Right.
I mean,
That's what I'm saying. Like he in a rich spot too. Like Connecticut, like they got some millionaires up in there. So
yes.
you
Hear
mean to
what the
tell me
governor said? Did you hear what the
they would
governor said?
no what?
The governor came out and said, "Listen, we gonna make Hurley the highest paid coach in college basketball."
Damn.
You don't normally hear that from the governor because the governor they can't tell you how much you're supposed to pay a coach. That
Yeah.
ain't their position. But when your governor comes out and say, "This what we gonna do," then that's what they're getting ready to do. Because currently,
Yeah.
right now, Bill Self is the highest paid coach in college basketball, and he getting 11 million a year.
Shit.
They just told
That's
Hurley, "We got you. You
so
you you will be the highest paid coach, and deservingly so." I mean, you
the
winning
governor
back to back championships.
and look, it's just the governor sounded like he finna put his cronies, the resources
Oh,
behind him to make him the highest paid. Hey man, I'm gonna need y'all to donate, throw some money to my guy over here.
absolutely. Listen, because his thing, they had already laid out a contract before him, so he knew what was going on Connecticut end. And like I say, when he went out to
Mm-hmm.
L.A., come on, man, I think the reason Hurley turned this down, and this is just my opinion, is that the money just wasn't right. Because AG,
Mm.
if you put the right amount of money in front of a guy,
Yeah.
he's gonna go back home to his wife, to his kids, whoever, and say,
Damn,
"Hey, baby."
damn a three-peat. Shit. Damn a college three-peat. College watered
Absolutely.
down anyway,
That
almost.
and that's
Shit.
that that's my thing on it.
Let me
Who
get the
who
payday of my life.
because who's really talking about college basketball like that during the regular season?
Right.
You really ain't. I mean, March Madness hit, absolutely. College basketball is the premier deal. But
So is Cal making more than is he up in the top three?
uh Calipari is actually I want to say he's making about 8-9 million a year.
So
So
he's
I
he
mean he's
so he's getting paid more than Hurley.
the Hurley right now. Yeah, right now.
Okay. Damn.
But I mean, you know, right now Hurley's resume is top notch. I mean, this dude, man, and
Yeah.
and and truthfully, man, and this is where you know I want to get your take on this. What do the Lakers go from here? Like after you had done heard them come out and say, "This is our guy. We're going to do everything we want to do." Uh, who what coach is available that they can take now? And clearly, they're not going to offer that coach that kind of money because if you think about it, the Lakers already got three coaches on their staff that they ain't that don't coach that's getting paid right now. I mean,
Right.
this is crazy, man. But what's your take on that? What do the Lakers go next?
Well, I think they actually comfortable in this spot because they normally usually do this. You know what I'm saying? Like they fire coaches every other year. So they like this normal for us right now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like who knows where they go from here. They talking about JJ Redick, I think Sam Cassell name was thrown around.
I like that. I like Sam Cassell. He's due. Sam Cassell
Yeah, I
is
mean,
due.
he's a dedicated, loved player, and I think assistant coach around the league. A lot of people, you know, Doc. I think they all love that guy, his knowledge and everything.
And he's put the time in.
Yeah, he has. But you know what else I like about where Hurley, his story of how the levels where he's coached from. He went from high school, small college, you know what I'm saying? Went to another college, then he landed at UConn, and you know he's went through the regimen of paying your dues.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I think he would have been a great fit for the future of the league because I don't care who the Lakers get. You ain't coaching LeBron James. LeBron James coaches LeBron James. I mean, he's in his 40, and the older you get, the less you can tell anybody. So it ain't nothing they can do with that.
Absolutely. I
But
mean,
you know who I would love to see on that Lakers sideline?
who that?
I don't know if it'll happen. I would love to see Mark Jackson coaching the NBA again, man. I would love to
Man,
see Mark Jackson either let this dude coach or NBC hire him and Jeff Van Gundy back to do NBA games. But I think Mark Jackson, they don't give him enough credit for turning the Warriors into the team that they are right now.
hey, it's
He
so
built that
funny.
team.
It's so funny you mention his name because there's been plenty people have been calling for Mark Jackson to get back as a head coach in the NBA. And I believe that there's a coup that the NBA is like it's falling on deaf ears. I'm talking about First Take has pushed it out. All the sports shows have mentioned his name and talked about it. And it's like the NBA is like when that name come up, like they like who y'all talking to? Like we ain't we stand
Like
out of
they
that.
don't
We don't
know him.
want.
Like they don't know him.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
who again?
right. And
But we can't get an explanation why he's
nope.
being blackballed. I
Yeah,
don't know. I
yeah,
mean, he's proven that he can coach. And then even from this standpoint, okay, y'all don't want him to coach, but you'll give him an NBA job to do commentary. I'm like,
yeah.
yeah, but
And I don't like that one bit, man.
I would love to see him on. I can see him in LA coaching that team, and I think he'll have a great relationship with LeBron, and then get AD to continue to grow and become the leader of that team. I think he'd be perfect for him. But you never know what's gonna happen in La La Land, man.
And,
You just
and
don't know.
and I don't know if you heard this, Will, but I heard that the owner of the Golden State Warriors and a few other owners said like they were put off by Mark Jackson's Christianity.
I did hear about that,
Did
and
I'm like, what
I
are you
heard what
talking about?
they were talking about because Mark Jackson made some comments in terms of to their sexual preference. But my thing is
Mm-hmm.
this. My thing is this, man. Hey, everybody got their sexual preference. And people who with their sexual preference, they don't always agree with other people. So I'm looking like it was just an opinion he threw out there. It's his personal opinion. But
Yep.
I get it. As an organization, if you don't like his opinion, you have every right to say, "Hey, man, that don't line up with what we're doing over here." Okay, great. What that got to
Mm-hmm.
do with other organizations?
Yeah.
Uh, so man, I hope he gets
And
another
and
opportunity.
don't and don't I'm sure every team has their own chaplain.
They have chaplains, but we're at a day and age right now, man. That a lot of that is just more show and tell. Not
Mm-hmm.
you can't force people to go in and say, "Hey, we got chaplain. Y'all need to come in here and listen to this and hear this." So it's
Mm-hmm.
it's it's really optional stuff. So if they got one chaplain in this, they got another chaplain in that. So a
Yeah.
team can have a lot of chaplains. But I just
Mm.
but I think purely from a basketball mind, a basketball reference point, and really just what Mark Jackson has. Like I was a little disappointed that he didn't even get a look at being the New York Knicks head coach when they had a vacancy.
Mm.
I mean,
Yes.
he's from New York. He,
Yeah.
I, not saying that Tibbs hasn't done a great job because Tibbs has. Tibbs is a coach, but
Yeah.
before they hired Tibbs, can you imagine if Mark Jackson was sitting on those sidelines?
Man, that the garden would have been, dude. They probably would have had to build a new stadium because people would have been like, "Yo, I'm standing room. I'm just going to the game. I ain't got no seats. I'm finna stand the whole game just
It,
because Mark Jackson coaching."
he turned it out, man. He would turn it out. So I'm hoping Mark Jackson gets an opportunity. I don't know because right now I don't know where the Lakers can go. If they can't get Mark Jackson, I would love to see Sam Cassell over there. They can't get Sam Cassell. I just don't know where the Lakers go from this point because I'm thinking like, who are you going to find that's going to be better than what you already had than Darwin Ham? I mean, you're not going to get any better than what you already had unless you go outside of the box. So
Yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see.
and you know one thing I don't. I mean, I'm like, where did y'all get this JJ Redick from? Like, what the fuck? What?
Man,
I
I think a
mean, this
lot of that
dude
was
ain't.
just
I
thrown out
mean,
there for attention seeking, man. That's just attention seeking, man.
this dude ain't paid no dues. He ain't been no assistant nowhere. He just gonna come right off the television screen and go and get immediate a job like that. Come
Well,
on, man. It's
well,
that skin color, man. It's that skin color.
is that what you said
Shit.
it is?
That's that skin color. What?
Hey,
Well,
well,
my
listen, he ain't the first to do it. Remember, Brooklyn hired them a coach who had never coached before either.
right,
So, I mean,
right. What Stephen A. Smith say? Hey, man, when white people catch a cold, we get the flu.
I just feel like this, man. But I will say this, man. When you're the owner of the team, you got every right to hire anybody you want to. So whatever
Yeah.
they feel like is best for their squad, that's their money. They spending it. So, but
Hey, one question before we get off of this: is Magic Johnson is where is he at in the?
Remember Magic quit publicly. You don't remember that? When Magic was on TNT and they had just won and they was asking them questions and Magic was like, "Hey, you're gonna have to send all those questions to Jeannie Buss because officially this is my last day as the president of the Lakers." Because remember, him and Palinka they were butting heads because
Yeah.
Palinka wanted Magic's position. He wanted to make
Mm-hmm.
every decision,
Yeah.
and Magic was like, "Dude, I built the Lakers. Where you been?"
Right.
So
I
Jenny
think
Buss was
still
siding more with Palinka because of the Kobe effect. Because you got to remember, Dr. Bus, that's Magic's guy. But Dr.
Yeah.
Bus is gone. God rest his soul.
Mm-hmm.
Kobe is Jenny Bus's person. So
Yeah.
Jenny was flowing with what Kobe wanted. So she leaned more
But
toward
Will, she
Pelinka.
did say that her and Magic had like a brother and sister relationship. And even though he left, I cannot see her not picking up the phone and still like picking his brain or talking to him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm sure she does, but I think
yeah,
also I think on this level, I think Magic was like, you brought me in here to do a job
yeah,
and you limiting me. Like Magic wanted to make some trades.
yeah,
Magic never really wanted Lonzo Ball. Magic. There were decisions that Magic wanted to make that Jenny was like, no. There were certain people Magic wanted to trade. Jenny was like, no, because Pelinka didn't want trade. So,
mm,
uh, and to me, man, sometimes I think in management, it's just you you can't have so many people making decisions about one situation. You got
yeah,
Jenny who owns them, and then you got Magic who's supposed to be her right hand guy, and then you got Pelinka who was supposed to be working for Magic, not working with Magic. But
right,
Pelinka was looking like, I'm the GM though.
yeah,
You're just the president. I'm the GM. So yeah,
yeah,
it's Lakers got a lot they need to fix. And I hate to say this, man, but they need to take a page out of the Celtics book right now, because that's how you build a team. The Celtics
mm,
quietly has rebuilt that team to a championship level, and the Lakers are far from it. I know people say, yeah, but they won the bubble, they just won the in-season tournament. No, LeBron James did that. But
right,
the
right,
Lakers,
right, yeah.
the Lakers ain't did nothing. That was LeBron James.
And, and,
But
and the
listen,
Celtics hired from within.
absolutely.
You
But
know,
they
when old
also
boy
too,
left
man,
and went up to the front office, they
they
his
making
assistant,
basketball decisions.
yeah,
They're making basketball decisions to win basketball games, to win championships. They're not just making decisions based on because we're a story franchise and you should be happy to put on, you know, this green and white uniform. They're like, no,
mm-hmm,
we got a standard, and our standard is winning. Our standard is not just the color of our uniform. And right
uniform,
now, my take with the Lakers is the standard is the color of the uniform and what we have done. And they're
yeah,
gonna struggle with that. But man, we could talk about the Lakers and where they at forever. But I want to jump into this USA basketball news, man.
whoa,
Caitlin Clark uh, didn't make the team. Uh,
yeah,
was it a snub? Was it not a snub? I don't know, because I look at it from this take that uh, the women's team is going to get the gold medal. I believe from a financial and just from a global perspective, I think USA women's basketball is missing out on an opportunity to blow the brand up. So
yeah,
um, I don't even know why we're talking about if it's a snub or not, because there's some players on there, and I think she is clearly one of the greatest, if not the greatest, Diana Taurasi. But Diana Taurasi is 42 years old. Is she one of the top 12 players in the WNBA right now, currently? Probably not. But
mm-hmm,
because of her presence,
resume,
her
mm-hmm,
resume, she
yep,
belongs on the team.
got to,
And she brings a marketability with her. When they say
yep,
her name, you know that's Caitlin. Now, in terms of a snub, I don't know if this is a snub, because the only snubs that I've seen, obviously, I got Zeke not making the 92 Dream Team. That was a snub.
yep,
Bear none. When Candace Parker didn't make the team, that was a snub.
yeah,
People like, should we bring Caitlin on the team just to let her sit on the bench? I'm sure Caitlin Clark wouldn't have just sat on the bench. As great as she shoot, as many open shots as she would get on this team, But what's your spin on it, man? What's your spin?
What you just said. Put her in for 4 minutes. Everybody gonna double team Griner. Throw that bitch back out, and she's lighting it up, dude.
Hey,
It's a business decision, man.
yes,
And
yes,
I understand the USA committee is thinking some other way, but there has to be someone on that committee to say we missing the mark with not adding this girl on this team. She brings of what Michael Jordan brought to the Dream Team. She has that in the WNBA. And so to have that cachet follow them globally,
absolutely.
you're putting more eyes on the women's sport. You're putting more eyes on the women individually. And people, I hear people on social media talking about, oh, she's not better than the 12. Don't matter about being none of that. This is we're trying to build the women's game. And what best way to build the women's game is by putting the person who has upped the WNBA profitability and put more eyes on them and add her to the USA team. And
And
let's
here's the
see what
thing,
that
too, though.
goes.
Let me ask you about this because I've heard that too. They're like, she's not better than the 12 that's on there. Says who? Says who? Like, I'm sitting there saying to myself, why are they acting like this girl can't ball? She
Right.
can play. That I'm sitting there saying to myself that you can go get another 12 that's probably can go over there and win. But they're
Yep.
treating she just can't hoop. And I'm looking like this girl can hoop. She can flat out play. And I get it. I get it. I'm not gonna go down that line of jealousy and all that other stuff. But I look at it from this
Right.
perspective, man. You put Clark on the back of a USA uniform, you selling 100,000 jerseys. You just
In the
you just
first
gonna sell.
hour,
Yes,
gone.
yes. Listen,
Jersey's
I'm watching the
gone.
game. I'm watching the games, man, this past week. Caitlin isn't even playing, but there are people in the stands watching two totally different teams with Caitlin Clark jerseys on. Why are you wearing a Caitlin Clark jersey and she ain't even playing in the game this day? This is not even her
What?
team. So the
Right.
impact that she has had, just from a financial standpoint, I think the USA women's team is missing the point. And one of the reasons I think they're missing the point is because they keep trying to say that, you know, this is not about, building the brand, that the brand is building itself.
Right. What? Like the logic, the thinking on that.
They almost in 30 years. This is the most hype that the WNBA has had in its past
Ever.
28, 29 years. Absolutely.
Ever.
And they don't want either I'm saying either the WNBA and the USA basketball, either this is like a very like shrewd kind of move they're making and saying, man, we can get more people interested if we don't put her on the team because we could keep that conversation going about her not playing, or or maybe it might be time to change who's running the selection committee because this is
Mm.
just. And I saw the names of the selection committee,
Really?
and a lot of those selection committees, those are their players on that team.
Mm.
How does Chelsea Gray make the team and she didn't even play one WNBA game this year yet?
Right. I think they got like 4 Las Vegas people on there from Las Vegas, like Asia, Chelsea,
And
the Jackie Young girl.
yes, and I'm not saying again that they don't belong, but I'm just saying because truthfully, you could have just sent the Vegas team and they would come home with the gold. I mean, let's be real.
G, you crazy, G. He's like, yo, you know what? We don't need y'all other teams. We just gonna send the Vegas squad over there.
And they could win the gold. I mean, am I lying? They can
That's
go
too
over there.
funny.
Hey, it's the truth. They can send the Vegas squad over there and they will win the gold. The women's USA basketball team is so far ahead of the game. And I've been hearing this thing too, man. They've been talking about the physicality of the game, that Caitlin can't handle the physicality. Then when does she handle it? At what point do you decide? Because you and I, when we went into high school playing high school basketball, we wasn't ready for physicality. But
right.
once we got hit, we said, "Whoa, this is different. Let's get ready."
Now let me hit back.
Exactly. So I'm sitting there saying, y'all, they're like, there's such a difference between the college game and the pro game.
Like she can't learn on the job.
There it is right there.
I'm learning as we go.
There it is right there. How long does it take for you to recognize that I need to play stronger? I'm just saying. Because it's not like what they think she finna go in the gym and she gonna be lifting 350. I mean, that ain't I'm just saying. What are we talking about here? I mean, that's because my thing is this, man. Hey, and again, this ain't about how they guarding her and all this other stuff. I'm speaking purely from a financial marketing perspective. I just think the USA women's basketball team, man, by not having Caitlin on, because people are like, oh, Caitlin got her own fans. I can care less. You went from having nobody in the stands to gyms being packed. That is the Caitlin effect. And you give her this global opportunity. It blows up your game. Now all of a sudden, and I just believe this, that the league salaries, they get an increase. Everybody begins to make money. And I thought, as much as we're talking about basketball, I also thought this would be an opportunity for these young ladies so they don't got to play basketball, man, 12 months out of the year, because once the WNBA season is over, they got to go overseas and play just to make money. As a matter of fact, they make more money overseas than they do here.
And that's a damn shame. And that's it's so crazy because some of these women got families. They got kids. You know what I'm saying?
Want to have families. They want to have families, but they can't. They can't stop playing.
And so my thing is, you want to try to get these women paid enough to where they don't have to go over the seas, where they can actually go and do other things, explore their other talents besides basketball, and stay here in the States and make that same type of money. You know what I'm saying? So, man, it's tough, man.
Absolutely. And my thing is this, man. Again, this is just from a financial and marketing standpoint.
Yeah.
Blow this game up. I'm not telling anybody don't guard her hard, don't make her earn it. Do what you need to do. Hey, the Pistons beat Mike up for years. But I'm going to tell you this, and you and I talked to Isaiah. Isaiah has always said this. He said, hey, what Mike is doing is good for all of us.
Yeah.
Zeke was like, oh, he going to earn it, but what he's doing, we're all going to benefit. We're all going to cash a check from that.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel with Caitlin right now.
Hey, let me ask you this, Will. What do you think about the OGs of the WNBA coming together, meaning Cheryl, Cynthia, Candace, and they're the owners of their own big three?
I love it. I love it. Because guess what? As crazy as this may sound, that probably could do better than the WNBA.
I mean, where the off season would be here in the States of the women big three. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Absolutely. But let's be honest. That's going they ain't gonna even let that get past the door. Cause,
Nope.
cause the league already don't like the fact that Ice Cube doing it.
Cute
They
nigga,
look,
right?
they looking like we should have did it. Why didn't we do this?
Uh-huh.
The league been trying to shut Cube down. But I love the idea of that. As a matter of fact, man, that's who we need to hear more from right now. We need to hear from that Houston Comets team, the OGs
Ugh.
of the WNBA.
They was the
What's
first three. They was the first team to three-peat, right?
oh, absolutely. The big
And they
we
didn't
talking about.
even and they didn't even garner the ratings and the Americanized women game. The people didn't even gravitate to the WNBA after these women did what they did.
Yeah, Cynthia Cooper, who I think probably is, the greatest WNBA player ever.
Yeah.
That she was Mike Jordan. I mean, she she she's the real deal. Then they had Tina over there, man, and Cheryl. I would love, like, to me, the WNBA should even just listen, go get them. Let's
Yeah.
put them back out front.
Yep.
Bring some nostalgia back to the game. Let's mix this old with the new.
With
Have a
yes.
conversation with them and say, hey, let's get y'all thoughts on Caitlin. Let's get y'all thoughts on, this new class that has come in. Let's get y'all take on where the league is at now from the time y'all was playing to where it's at right now. Man, from a marketing standpoint, I just think, man, the league, y'all got the
Like
attention now. Do
like Will,
do something.
if I was working in the marketing department for the WNBA, I'd go get the top 10 big names from back in the day, 97, 98, 99, that at Lisa Leslie and all them, and I'll do a commercial with the new chicks of them, passing the game, passing the torch to these new girls into the new millennium. And I'm talking about have all the big company name sponsors, you know, in the commercial. What?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think this is a
And
golden
pay them all
opportunity.
handsomely for the commercial. Pay them all
Yes.
handsomely of what they worth.
Yes. Yes. I think this is a great opportunity for the WNBA, man, to capitalize on every financial uh you know opportunity out there, because they're all out there now. And it's more than just the gym shoe brand. It's everything. Like, I'm even seeing commercials with Gatorade and other things. I mean, I don't know what the lesson comes out of not adding her, but I'm not saying she was snubbed from a basketball perspective, because again, I
Right.
think you could. There's a lot of women that probably felt like they were snubbed, but
Mm-hmm.
from a marketing perspective, this is a snub for the WNBA and the the USA women's basketball. That's a
Yeah.
snub there, because
And you know what? They will understand at the end of the Olympics, and when it's over and all that, they start looking at the numbers, certain things that's gonna happen. They gonna know that they missed the mark on this.
now
They won't
here's the
admit
thing.
it.
But here's the thing. Let me throw this out. This is a caveat. I'm gonna throw this out. I'm gonna go on the record right now and say I don't think it's over, because
What?
listen, just like with the men's team right now, you and I both know Kyrie should be on that team. Somebody ain't gonna be able to play. Somebody ain't gonna be able to show up. Somebody gonna get hurt. That's just the reality of it. I think there's still an opportunity. I believe at some point, Caitlin Steele could get an invitation. You,
Mm.
you, you never know. You never know. But we've seen it before, where they couldn't put her on the initial team.
Mm-hmm.
Then it came back around the block, and they said, guess what? We need another shooter. We need another guard.
Mm-hmm.
There she
Yep.
go. Well, listen, man, we got, man. Obviously right now we're in the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
Game three, Celtics up 2-0. We got game three coming this week. Actually, we got games 3 and 4 this coming week.
Yeah.
I want to throw this at you, man. I don't think that Kyrie and Jason Tatum have played their best basketball. Now, a lot of people say they're playing terrible. I don't think they're playing terrible. I mean, Jason Tatum's averaging, 10 plus rebounds a game. I mean, I think he just isn't given the high scoring numbers, but he's still getting about 20, 11, and like 8, 9 assists a game. We would say that that's great, but because he's a great player, he's not getting, uh, the benefit of the doubt there. Kyrie, I just think that I think my take on it is Boston got the best of him. Like, when Kyrie gets the ball, like they guarding Kyrie like how Caitlin getting guarded out there. I just think that they were
Mm-hmm.
defensively putting it on him, and he has to make a basketball adjustment, which I think he will. Going back to Dallas, I got Kyrie having a breakout game coming this
Mm.
Wednesday. What's your take on these two guys, Kyrie and Jason?
Well, I think Jason Tate. I think he has. I love the way he how he sees the game because every game is different. So he sees the game. Oh, okay, this happening. Porzingis going off. Drew Holiday went off this game too. And I think he rides with that. I'm not finna disrupt this. My guy Derek White. You know, all he sees. We're winning as a team, and I ain't even hot yet, and taking just shots because I need to get it in. He's riding the flow of the team, and I love that about him because you can get some dudes that are selfish that are thinking, I gotta. The media is gonna say I'm not on because I ain't got 30 in this and all.
Right, 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 right.
Tatum, keep doing what you're doing. But like I said, I was riding with Dallas, Kyrie. You got to step up, bro. You got to step up. Like Luca got chest contusion, ankle, knee hurting, and he's still out there battling. I'm talking about the dude is unbelievable. But those other players, Kyrie, whatever scheme they had said, Boston said, yo, stay on them shooters in the corner. We just gonna let Luca just go one on one. If he hit, he hit. But other than that, don't let them other dudes get off. Don't if we double team, don't let them throw that ball to the corner. And they not throwing it to the corner. PJ and them not getting them corner shots. You know what I'm saying? So Kyrie, we looking at you, baby. What you
Yeah,
gonna do?
yeah.
Because 12, 15, 16, 17 points ain't gonna get it.
Right, right, right. No, I agree with you. I do think that Dallas missed a huge opportunity in the last game. It should be 1-1. Because I think Kyrie didn't give them the offensive production that they needed. But here's I want to throw this at you. Let's say game three, Kyrie
Mm-hmm.
is killing, doing what he's doing. What happens though if you get the monsters game from Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown? They both go off, give you a 30 piece to go.
That would you might as well just call it sleep time, baby. Bring the brooms out. You
You
just
say,
if they bring the brooms out. If them two boys go off for 60, just from the two of them, and you ain't Derek White and Drew Holiday and the whole crew, Porzingis and them, like they ain't going off, but they right there. All of them got double figures or whatever, and rebounds and steals and deflections. It gonna be a sweep, bro. For real.
cause that can happen. Here's the thing. Jalen Brown and JT, they're getting the shots. They just ain't going in. What happens when things start going in? See,
Mm.
Kyrie is not taking a lot of shots. He even needs to get up his shot production because I thought he was going to do it in the last game. Kyrie comes out, first quarter, he's killing 8 points right
He had
away
like
in the
eight.
first two,
Yep.
3 minutes.
Yep.
Then all of a sudden, I'm looking like, dude, you only score 6 more points the
Yeah.
next 3 quarters. I
Quarters.
agree
Yep.
with you. I think he needs to give them more production, but I do feel like this. I think he got overwhelmed being in Boston. I do think on some level, and athletes go through this, man. The uh, we take on all of the nature of the opposing team. Like as much as we try not to hear the crowd, we hear the crowd.
They
As much
they
as we
booing
say,
his ass every
yeah,
time he get it, Will.
yeah, every time he touch it, and you know it, you know it's loud. They can care less who even play for, you know, the for Dallas. They just all they energy is turned toward Kyrie. And my thing is this,
Right.
and I'm not saying that he's not mentally tough to handle it, but I do believe this, man. You at some point it can get to you a little bit. It could throw your game off a little bit because you missed that shot, that first shot. You know they're gonna keep coming.
Yeah.
And these Boston fans, they so crazy. You can make your first shot and they still keep coming. So I think he gets some home cooking. I think he comes out. I think Kyrie has his best game of the series, and I think that will reignite him. But my concern still is if them two boys, J and J, them boys get, and I ain't talking
Yeah.
about the fish, but if them two boys
So
get
look,
going,
that's crazy you say that. I would even like for Kyrie and Luca to both get 30. Let me see Jalen and JT both get 30. And let's see what the others bring.
well, we already know what the other's gonna bring because we already know what Drew Holiday is bringing. Drew Holiday quietly saying, "I'm really trying to win this MVP." So we already know where Drew is at, and you already know what Derek White brings to the table. Derek White,
Hey,
Derek White can have 0 points the whole first quarter and still can go out and get you 16, 18 points before the game is over. I
hey,
mean, that's just his game.
hey, hey, Will, I hit my boy up, David Jepson. He live out in Boston, him and his wife. And his wife was actually at the game two,
Mm.
and he was at the crib. So I hit him up. I was just shaking my head. I was like, that damn Drew Holiday, man. Hey, he hit me back and said, thank God for him.
Hey, listen.
To
I
have a dude
still,
like that.
you know what's so crazy about that too is, man, and I'm not saying Drew Holiday is Dame Lillard at all, but in terms of the makeup of the Celtics,
Yeah.
he's a better fit. Now, I don't know what that means going into this year. We might see a different Doc Rivers get a full year. Giannis will be healthy.
Yeah.
Dame will have a different mentality and focus.
Mm-hmm.
But man,
You know who I see Drew
those
Holiday
intan-
as?
he's Mr. Intangible, man.
He's the DJ, the Dennis Johnson. That's who
Better,
he is
and
when he went
a better
on
scorer.
Larry now. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's who he
and
is to
a better
today's
scorer.
squad.
Yeah,
Yes. I'm
defensively,
gonna give you some defense. 100, I'm gonna give you some defense. But when y'all think it's just up to these two dudes, when y'all think I'm just gonna be rolling through the offense, passing back out to these guys, shit, I'm taking my. Let me get up in here. I'm taking my shots. Let me. Man, he was throwing. He was going past the hoop wheel on some shit, looking like you back in the day, getting to the lane, just getting up so high, just dropping that
butter
motherfucker
rolls. Yeah,
in.
he was doing some butter
Man,
rolls out there.
I'm
Hey,
like, damn, he made that.
I'm I'm loving what he's bringing, and I mean, and I knew when old boy hit the shot from half court going into halftime,
My boy Peyton, baby, Peyton.
I was like, oh my goodness, man.
And he was talking shit after that shit. I wonder
Yeah, he
what he was
was, wasn't
saying. Like he
he?
was, I don't know who he was talking to, but
You
he was
already know
like
what he was saying.
pumped.
You already know what he's saying. Don't y'all underestimate me. Don't y'all know? I
Double
bring
P,
all this
baby.
to the table.
Double P.
I'm loving it, man. So I'm with you, man. I want to see a great game where both guys, everybody, the four stars come out and give us maximum
Yes.
output, and I want to see what these other guys bring. Now, I will say this. I want to ask you about this too, man. Will we get a Hardaway sighting
Oh.
at home? How do you don't even? I'm looking at. I love Jason Kidd. I think he's a heck of a coach. We know he was Hall of Fame player. But Hardaway can't. He didn't touch the floor at all in game two. I mean, you don't think he could hit like one jump shot for you? I mean,
I think Coach
one?
Kidd and that Hardaway situation, I think he has disappointed Coach Kidd. And I
Or
think
do you
I
think it's
think
something else going on there?
it gotta
Is
be
this
something else,
personal?
dog, because he got a DNP, dog. Like this dude did
Yes.
not play, baby.
Yes. Yes.
Like, what is
And
it?
here's
Like,
the thing. He gives you a he's so versatile, so he gives you a lot. He can defend, he can shoot, he's quick, he's young, but he can't get on your floor. And I'm looking like and oh why can't I think of his name? The kid that they keep
the
putting in over him.
young
No,
kid.
not the young boy. The boy he from Australia. I can't think of his name. AG. Oh
Ooh.
man. He used to play with Utah. Oh, why can't I think of his name?
Shit.
Man,
I
you're
forgot.
gonna
I
have me look
forgot.
this boy up.
Look
You're gonna
him
have me
up
look
because I
him up.
want. Cause shit,
Cause I'm
he playing a few dudes in front of Hardaway.
yeah, but when you see this dude here, man, you're gonna when I give you this name, you're gonna be like, wait a minute. This how is he getting time over over Hardaway? When I say this name, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, they tripping. Let me
Who
see,
is it?
where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at on this list? Dante Exum.
Oh, Dante Exum.
Come on,
Dante
man.
Exum.
Come on,
Dante
man.
Exum,
Come
right?
on. Come on.
Shit,
Listen,
he playing Josh Green too.
exactly. But I'm just saying, on Hardaway's worst day, that joker's still
Duh.
better than some of these dudes
You right. Let me tell you how
Kid
many
putting in the
motherfuckers. Let me
game.
tell you how many mofos he playing over Tim Hardaway Jr. Dante Exum,
Yep.
Josh Green,
Yep.
Jaden Hardy,
Yep.
Derek Jones.
Don't
Dude,
forget
that's 4 people
Keeper.
right there.
Don't forget
Yeah,
Keeper.
yeah,
Getting in the game.
Keebler ass.
I'm just like, man, come on.
The Kleber cookie. He playing all them motherfuckers over him. Has Markeith Morris even saw the court?
And that's what I'm saying. You need an enforcer power forward out there who can actually. It's a great mid range shooter. You need some
Right.
help right now.
Is the white power hurt?
No, you know what the problem with Dwight Howard is? He's old.
Powell.
Right.
The
He's
white
old.
Powell? Really?
Yeah. They just won't. He's been in the league a minute. I'm just saying they're going with more of that those two young guys. But here's the thing. When it comes to NBA championships, you got to put in the game the guys who got some experience. Like, why you got these guys on the team?
Yep.
Marquise Morris can help you. Put that dude in the game, even if it's sparingly. Put him in the game. Let him go out there and set some hard screens. You need somebody to shake up Boston right now. Boston needs to be
Yes.
and that's the guy that can do it for you. But you got to put that guy in the game, man. Listen. And also, I think Gafford and Lively are amazing in the Minnesota series. But they struggling in this series because guess what? Them two big dudes over there in Boston, man, they toying with them.
Al and Porzingis?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. They're not getting all them alley-oop dunks that they were getting.
Right.
They're not, because here's the thing. I love what Boston is doing. Boston's made a decision just to guard Luka one-on-one. They believe that Jaylen Brown and Drew Holiday can guard him one-on-one. They're like,
and Kyrie.
One-on-one. They like, we ain't got to split it up. We ain't got to worry about if they coming off a screen. Like,
over helping and shit. They don't do you ain't in 2 games. I haven't seen the Celtics over help on now one of them dudes. They sticking to the corners
wrong.
like
that dang on Luka in game 2. That dude was hitting turn around one leg.
And it's so slow. It's so he like man. It's so slow. Like he ain't you could be trying to speed him up by doing your hands like this. He just like, what the
And
this?
I'm talking about they wasn't even hitting. I mean, it wasn't even hitting the net. It was just falling through. That joker, man. Hey, listen, I yeah. So I'm looking forward to a great game, man. I think I love this because this gives so many uh talking points, man, for everything that's going on right now in the NBA, the WNBA. This is a great time. I'm gonna say it again. I said it before. If you're a basketball fan, this is a great time to be in basketball. So give me your predictions, man. Before we get up out of here, give me your predictions for the games this coming week. We got 2 games this week. Who you got for game 3 and game 4?
Uh, man, I'm still riding with Dallas, man. I want them to tie this thing up, man. I got them. I got them winning game 3 and game 4. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to see a game. That's wishful thinking, and game 3 will come down to these 3 things: coaching, Kyrie, and the bench. That's it. How good are you as a coach, Coach Kidd, off of looking at the 2 games, what y'all did, make the adjustments? It ain't no, you got to get your guys ready, because at this point, if they ain't ready on their own, if you ain't felt humiliated and feel punked yet, if you ain't bringing it on your own, come on, man.
Right. So you got it for both games?
I got Dallas for both games. Come on, man. Michael Finley, baby. Maywood. Let's go. It's the GM, baby. I'm riding with the Finn, baby.
Man, I'm gonna stick to my thing. I think Dallas need both of these games because if Boston get one of them, I think
Yeah.
I think this coming Wednesday, I
Okay.
think Dallas blows them out. I think Dallas
Really?
beat them by 10, 12 points easy, maybe more. I think Friday's game a little tighter. I think Dallas can win. Uh, I think it's gonna come down to a nail biter on Friday, and I think Dallas somehow gets the benefit of the doubt on some calls and go ahead
Hey,
and win that
you
game.
know, playing at home, you're always gonna get a few calls, baby.
Always. And yet he said he's going to play, but we still don't really know the true health of Porzingis again because he got hurt and the
Yeah, he
last game he
re-injured
didn't even.
the same calf. He re-injured
Yeah,
it,
he didn't even play
tweaked it a
in the
little
fourth
bit.
quarter at all. Yeah, he didn't even play in the fourth quarter at all. So I think that's going to be huge. But again, Horford has been playing amazing for these dudes, man. Just amazing. But listen, we want to thank y'all for joining us on the Agee and Gates Hoop Dreams NBA. This is our
Yes,
take on it.
yes.
Listen, don't forget, follow us on all of your social media channels at OG Hoop Dreams. You can find us. Subscribe on YouTube. And don't forget to submit your questions because, again, we want to talk about things that you want to talk about. AJ and I, we know what's going on in the basketball world. Hit us with some of your questions because we want to know what's going on in your basketball world. Until then, we'll see you next time. And what should they do, AG?
Always subscribe.